Well, hello, everybody. It's Mitchell Osborn here. You can find me right there, mitchellosborn.com. And this is a special live broadcast called Talking Animals with Mitchell. And we're going to talk just everything animals. I'm going to do some animal communication readings at the end. And I'm going to talk about some spirit animals and totems. I just thought of something out. The Arc Tarot. I've got to talk about that as well. So as the audience is building, if you're coming on live with me, hello. If you're watching in the archive, hang tight. I'm going to go through some stuff for the first couple of minutes here, and then we'll get into a little bit of the lessons and just, what's been going on with my life. But, we'll see if this becomes something regular on Sunday nights. But so who am I? Mitchell Osborn. I have a full-time career in fitness, which I've been teaching group exercise, personal training. Now I do much more managerial stuff. For the last 32 years of my life, I've been in that. And December of 1999, so much in the world. Hey, Tawny. So much in the world started shifting and changing for me. It's when I finally came out of the closet. It's when I started studying all things metaphysical. It's when books would fall off the shelf. Hey, Jamie, Trish, Patricia. Hello, everybody. I just started studying. And then, I studied privately and quietly in my own home, pretty much by myself from the end of 1999 through probably 2007, 2008, when I started, being over to Orlando a little bit more because I started dating my current husband, Fabian. We've been together almost 13 years. And I finally was in a big city where I could go take some classes. So I started studying mostly tarot cards, but also just psychic. And I did psychic and mediumship classes for like 4 years straight every Tuesday night. Maida Jones from Casadega was one of my main teachers. She's amazing. Joan Piper's another great one. Hey, Margot! Yay! Good. So I've just been studying and then pretty much went professional 2009. And I have a meetup here in Orlando called Orlando Tarot Tribe. And today, she's been there like twice now, but one of the students that came, she may be here tonight. She can out herself, but I won't say her name. But she reminded me that I got my start reading tarot cards at Universal Studios in Orlando. They actually have tarot card readers there. Hey, yes, Trisha does love Fabian. Hey, Amanda. Yay, excited to hear. Yay. So, Amanda, you can let us know if you want to share any other information. I won't say you were the one. It's you. So it was Amanda. So, and then she's here tonight. So, I created an event on my business page, which is, Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger, not just Mitchell Osborn, which is my personal page for this work, but Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger, or at Intuitive Mitchell. And I'm going to do this broadcast there, and I'll probably do subsequent ones there, because on just Mitchell Osborn, I do my Instagram and live, Facebook Lives with V, my partner in crime, V. And our next one is going to be, I think, the 21st. So 21st at 7:30 p.m., we will be on my regular page, Mitchell Osborn Facebook, we'll talk a little bit, then we'll do live readings. So definitely check that out. So I wanted to do this because animals are a big part of the work that I do. I am a psychic and a medium. I read tarot cards, and tarot cards are my heart, my passion. And speaking of that, the Deviant Moon is the deck between Deviant Moon and the Zombie Tarot. These are the two decks that I'm going to be using for my daily posts that I do Monday through Friday with a message from Spirit. So I'm using them for the month of October. Typically, I go through I have about 15 apps on my phone, and I just, I go in order just through the apps, and I just go one to the other, and I pick a card for the day, and I let Spirit give me a message that I send out to you guys. So if you see that during the week, and then in the last couple of weeks, I've been adding an animal totem, spirit animal totem in the afternoon. So that's something I want to talk about. But also, I forgot to tell you more what I do. Animal communicator, psychic medium, read tarot cards, and I'm a mindfulness transformation coach. I lead mindfulness sessions, but also in mindfulness, it often leads to hypnosis, hypnotherapy, NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, EFT, which is the tapping many people know, and then EMT, or eye movement therapy, which is another one. Those are for like trauma and stuff. Hey, Lisa, yay, you're here. So in the event, hey, Margot. Oh, you already said that. So in the event on my Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger, that's where I said, if you post a picture there, and it's too late now because I'm really trying to get high tech. So I've got 3 people, Amanda, Lisa, and Margot. I have 3 animals that at the end of this session, before 8 o'clock, because we're going to go probably about 7:50, 8 o'clock at the latest. But I'm going to be able to post the pictures here so we can all see the babies, the fur babies. And I'm excited because there's a horse. Most of my work is cats and dogs, but then third in line is horses. So thank you, Tawny. So do all that stuff. Still have my corporate day job, which I love as a manager, and I get to coach people. And I actually get to do mindfulness in my hospital system. I get to go into the ICU unit for cardiovascular surgery and work with people pre and post surgery to help them, kind of reduce pain, healing, things and stuff like that. So, hey, Terry, it's good to see you. And Michelle, hello. Let's see who else. So yeah, Tricia, I know there's a horse tonight, Tricia. Tricia's a horse person too. So who's my horse person? Lisa. So Lisa and Trish meet each other. And the funny thing is, Trish and I grew up in Winter Haven together, and I'm doing my online blog talk psychic show a couple years ago, and we're discovering who we are. It was kind of funny. So what I want to talk about tonight is, first of all, by the way, where are we on time frame? Yeah, real quick, I just posted a new spread called Move On, and it's just a 4-card spread, and I put it at a discount. It's $5 off, so it's only $15, 4 cards. And it's about moving on from relationship. What am I missing in the relationship? Why am I holding on to this relationship? What do I need to see that I'm not seeing at this time? And what's my next step to let go and move on? And that can be even for a job relationship or a person or even an animal. So just keep that in mind. If you want to purchase that, go to Mitchell Osborn, Move On. It's in alphabetical order. It's already discounted. You don't need a code. So I want to talk about that. And yesterday, there's a brand new tarot and oracle deck called the Ark. The Ark Animal Tarot. And I backed it on Kickstarter. I want to get the correct name because I keep going back and forth on what I think the name is. So it is the Ark Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. So Bernadette King, I reached out to her when she started creating this deck. I just said, I'm in love with this deck because it's animals and it's tarot and it's together. And it's a 78 card traditional tarot deck with these beautiful animals. I don't have it yet. I'll probably have it sometime in November because it's Kickstarted. It's on a slow boat from China. But it's beautiful, powerful images that connect with the traditional tarot. And then she has 22 more cards with it that are just oracle. So it's like 2 decks in one. 22 oracle, 78 tarot, which equates to 100. Then she even has some mythical animals like dragons, sprites and things like that, and more decks. So it's a really, really beautiful deck. But the cool thing is, if you purchase that deck, you're going to get 6 videos that kind of help you, teach you about reading and, psychic medium, animal work. And I'm one of those videos. Yesterday we recorded it. She said, it's going to be about 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, good luck. Me and you only keep it to 30 minutes. It ended up being about a 40-minute video, but it was power packed with a lot of stuff. So the Ark Animal Tarot, you can Google that, find it. I wish I had the website ready to tell you where to go. But if you have any trouble finding it, let me know. Bernadette King, become a great friend. One day we're going to finally meet each other. We've been on Skype several times through this. So I'm going to be using that deck once I get it to start like this event off, because I would shuffle the cards and say, what spirit animal wants to connect with us tonight? What spirit animal totem wants to come through, give us some guidance, and then I'm going to utilize that. But for now, this past week, I was, driving somewhere, and I thought, what animal do I want to use today? And I always just go with the first animal that pops in my mind. So it was mosquito. And the post that I posted for mosquito, which is an unusual animal, and I'm pulling it up so I can read exactly what I said. I tried to find a picture. But from the spirit animal totem mosquito, to receive, we must give. Cooperation is crucial in order for you to survive. And anytime an animal comes across your path, and this is where I start teaching about animal and communication. Anytime an animal comes across your path, and especially if it like hits you or you like really notice it, like if you're just walking and a butterfly flies by and you don't even think about it, but all of a sudden the butterfly floats by and you're like, why am I so drawn to this butterfly? And then you see another one or another one. That's when you say, all right, butterfly, what are you trying to tell me? And first, I tell people, just think, what does that animal represent to you? Now, mosquito. When you think of mosquito, before I look up anything, I think, okay, what does a mosquito do? A mosquito is annoying. A mosquito gets into your house when you least expect it. It can disrupt a party. It can bite you. It sucks blood, and then it can take that blood to somebody else, and it can transmit things. So I would say to you, if you all of a sudden mosquitoes are in your face, in your life, and they're like trying to get you a message, where are you infecting other people? Where's other people infecting you? Gossip could be a really good one because you get a little gossip over here, then you transfer the gossip over here. Sometimes you might be part of the gossip. Sometimes you might be, the subject of the gossip. So ask those animals why they're there, what they're showing you. And what really starts happening is you start connecting to them more. You start noticing them more. Don't go looking for them. Just allow it to happen. So I posted that mosquito, and then I'm driving home and just randomly I listened to NPR, but it was one of those times I try to listen like on the hour when it's like specific news. And there was a report of a gentleman over in maybe Africa or somewhere. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Christine. Gentleman over in Africa, and his main life goal was there was a specific virus that mosquitoes were carrying and infecting people, and it was very deadly. And his goal was to, get rid of that virus or that whatever that they're infecting. And I thought, here, mosquito is, 5-6 hours later, communicating to me through NPR radio. So these little synchronistic moments start happening again and again. And this morning, I was walking around the lake, and if you go to my Instagram, and I think I shared it over to Facebook as well, I was like, what is that noise? I look up, and usually woodpeckers, I see they're maybe 6-8 inches, 10 with the tail feather. I look up, and there was 2, but I only got 1 on video. And with the tail feathers, it was like 18, 19 inches. It was the biggest freaking woodpecker I've ever seen. And it was knocking away. And, my first thing is what does a woodpecker do? Well, it knocks. It gets your attention. It can be a little annoying, but it's rooting out, digging deeper inside to find something, to find sustenance, to find wood. Hey, Liz! So it's like, that's what, their kind of message can be. So then I go to, and you guys write this down if you want to learn more, spirit-animals.com. That is the website that I go to, spirit-animals.com. That is the website that I go to, for, to dig a little deeper with the meaning. So trust yourself first. So then when I pull up the woodpecker, when I get home, this is what woodpecker says for us. It's time to breathe new life into an old project. Use creative vision effectively and hammer out new ways to break through. And just the day before, when I was talking to my friend Bernadette King, she goes, I don't think I knew you did hypnotherapy and hypnosis. And she said, Spirit was prompting her. She says, I think you need to do more of that. Why don't you? And we had a little dialogue. We talked about, the work that I do. And lo and behold, today I had someone in our meetup group say, I'm really interested in your hypnotherapy. So once again, it's just boom, 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 boom. You just see it like it take off. Hey, Donna. And hi, Liz. And Danny. What's up, Danny? Danny Hill from Cosmic Caffeine Days. So when you really start paying attention, then you find yourself in that flow even more and more. And then also in the meetup today, I can't remember who it was, but somebody I talked about the woodpecker, and literally 2 people said, I saw woodpeckers this morning. I saw woodpeckers yesterday. So by me just saying it, it's connecting with them as well. And it goes out from there. So it's really beautiful how that happens. And then another thing that I wanted to teach tonight was, if you are ever like drawn to a story about an animal, there was a lion a year or two ago, and I can't remember, it's in Africa, and it had like a name, and it was a very popular lion, but it drew a lot of attention. Because I think it was killed or something. There's April the giraffe that was giving birth. That's on like that was on a webcam that people were so following and waiting for her to give birth. If you ever see something like that, like 2 days ago, I posted elephant as my spirit animal totem for the message that day. And the reason I chose that, because as I was asking Spirit, what do you want me to do? I couldn't help but remember a post I came across, which was, I did not watch all the video because it was too rough to watch. And I usually am not that squeamish, but it was basically a train had hit an elephant somewhere in a distant country, probably Africa, and it was a bad wreck. It wasn't just like a bump and knocked it off. But I knew that the message from the elephant was very important. When I then scroll across Twitter and I see another post about there were 6 elephants in Thailand that had perished at the bottom of a waterfall. And it wasn't really because of human error, but I guess the baby or the young one had fallen down, and the other 5, if you know elephants, they're so connected family-wise, and the other 5 were trying to save and rescue and help the baby elephant that had fallen down and was probably dying or had died. And all 6 of them ended up going to their death trying to save each other. And the message I got from them was, and this first of all, elephant is this message, and then I'll elaborate with my message. Message from elephant: your determination and loyalty will be key at this time. Do not give up. Success is very close at hand, which I thought was beautiful and spoke to first of all, the elephant I saw that got hit by a train. And then the other story pops up, several hours later, it might have even been a day later, about the elephants falling at the bottom of the waterfall. And then I was prompted today to use the elephant from the tragic post I just read, and then 6 elephants had died in a waterfall. Water's about emotion, and a waterfall can be crashing and dropping emotions. And I just said from Spirit, it's time we take care of our family and our friends and the ups and downs of our very emotional world right now. And, there's a lot going on, and, with the world, with politics, with stuff, we see more and hear more because of social media. And, there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of people that this is a very difficult time for them. So really make sure that you, as the family of elephants that we are, humans, reach out and take care of each other. So Danny said something that happened in the zoo. Yes, so Trish, you probably saw that. Yeah, it was and you guys, it's one of those where I don't want to be oblivious to what's going on, but I also, some things I don't watch, and I definitely don't repost them. I'll talk about it, and if you want to find it yourself, you definitely can. But so there's, working with animals and as your totems, and, letting them, when they cross your path, letting them mean something. When you see an animal on the side of the road that has perished, just take a brief moment, take a breath. Don't pour them, don't pity them. Just take a breath and say, thank you, little warrior, for showing up, for whatever your journey was here, for whatever your message was, and then honor their passing at a time. A lot of people who still choose to eat meat will honor every animal that they consume. And, I hear the animals and the trees, they say, and when you perish, I will be consuming your dust. They will, my flesh will eventually supply them with life and breath. So it is that true circle of life. But we want to honor it, and not abuse it, and not, make it torturous while we're here. So let me just kind of check and see if, hey, Shelley. And, it is a beautiful message. Yeah, heartbreaking. Amanda, community transformation and life-saving. Margot, you said, funny, the book, Leaving Time by Jodi Picoult is about a psychic working in an elephant sanctuary. Are you reading that book right now, or you just remembered it? Because it's wonderful, when they keep coming back up. So I love that. I love that aspect. So you guys, if you have, and if animal, mosquito, what else did I talk about? Woodpecker, if it's been in your life in the last couple of days, you're kind of going, oh, me too. Definitely share over in the chat. Or if you have any questions about, the stuff I've been sharing, feel free to share in the chat. Because I'm going to maybe spend another 5-10 minutes at the most and then dive into the 3 readings that I have. And I'm giving my voice a little break to stop talking. But yeah, and thank you all for hanging out. And feel free to, share this video anytime. I don't know if you can share it while you're watching or not. Okay, good. Thank you, Margot. Crows. Yeah, crows are a very, very interesting bird. And again, spirit. Somebody type spirit-animals.com. I think I can do it. I'll do it, so. That's where that's where you can go and check it out. But sometimes they're not on there, and if you just type animal totem and butterfly, you'll find it. But I do encourage you to try to figure out the message or what that animal says to you first. Somebody just retweeted something about a turtle, and it said, if you feel at home anywhere you go, you probably have turtle as a totem. And I didn't even have to read any further. I knew exactly what it meant. Why? Because a turtle takes its shell. It takes its house with it. Same thing with probably the hermit crab. Well, the hermit crab is probably more mobile because it dumps the house and finds another one. It's probably not too tied to any one shell because as it grows, it keeps moving. So Donna says, I think my father comes to me in crows. Beautiful, beautiful. And since we're talking crows, let me go ahead and look it up. Yeah, you guys, like I said, post any questions you might have. Let's see what crows. I've looked up crows many times. There's a great transformation happening within you right now. Trust that your life history has prepared you for this momentous change. And father coming is kind of cool because life history. Your father was there from the day you were born, so he knows your entire history. And then it goes on to talk about crow meaning and messages, crow as a totem, and then even crow in dream interpretation. And when it comes to dream interpretation, my belief, I work with, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, I'll show you the book I use. This is what I use for dream interpretation. Naked in Public. It's not a thick book because it doesn't really go into it's not a dream Bible. It's more about the fact that, animals represent habits. And when they come up in your dream. And I just realized another book I had. So love this book. This is a really good book to have. Stephen Farmer. And then I have the pocket book as well in my car. But I can also just pull it up online so much quicker too. So you guys have any questions? Any questions? So I'm going to be moving into the animal communication. I've got 3 animals I'm going to be reading. And I think Margot, Lisa, Margot, and Amanda. So Margot, Lisa, and Amanda. And Margot, I've got 2 for you. I'm going to do Sammy last, just in case of time. But I'm going to do Oliver. So I'm going to do Oliver from Margot first. Wishes from Lisa, which is the horse. And then Rosie from Amanda third, and then I'll do Sammy last. And you guys, like my business page, which is Mitchell Osborn, the Intuitive Messenger. That's where I'll put the event for this. If I repeat it, if I go right now and repeat it, that way you'll get updates, and that's where you can go and post. Margot was my guinea pig today, using an animal reference, because she couldn't post. She couldn't put a picture there, and I was like, how do we do this? Finally, I did one post, and then everybody can do onto that. So I don't know if people could post in it or not. We had to try to figure that out. Jamie said, animal for today is hippo. I saw a random video on one today, and my daughter today kept saying hippo. I love it. I love it. So let's look up and see what hippo is. First of all, what do you think hippo means for you? So that's the first thing I'd say. And you guys shout out some keywords. When you think of hippo, what do you think? For me, I think of, living on water and land, even though it has to breathe air. So I feel like it lives between two worlds. But I also feel like it's deceptive because it can live underneath the surface. And I think it's also deceptive because do not mess with the hippo. They are fierce. I have seen them attack gators and flip them over. I've seen them attack each other. And, they look like these big cuddly animals, but they're fierce. And they can hide underwater with their nose up and their eyes, almost like an alligator. But then there's this giant body below. Jamie said, I feel like a hippo. Content. Margot says content. So you guys throw out some other keywords before I look it up, and I'll find out what it means. So, and there's like a 15-second delay, 20-second delay. So sometimes I don't see when you post right away. So this is what the hippopotamus says. Great abundance is upon you. Find contentment. You got it, Margot. Did you cheat or did you just feel it? Satisfaction, happiness in your wealth and creativity and comfort. And then it goes on to say, the encased hippopotamus symbolism is reminding you that if you have become bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize things. Strength. I love it. Lisa says strength. As a totem, the totem has innate ability to know what lies beneath the surface in any situation. And then in dream, they can represent emotional clearing in some cases. In some cases, turmoil. And I think that probably because of the water aspect. I love it, Margot. Trust your instinct. Trust your gut. And Lisa, definitely, they are powerful. They are strong. So, yeah, Jamie, right? That's some good stuff for you. And your daughter. Look, and since your daughter keeps saying it over and over, either it's more about her or she's just also the messenger for you. So, all right, it's 26 after. Let me dive in. So I want to make sure Margot, Margot, you're still here. So Margot, I'm going to bring up Oliver. So there's Oliver. So I did this so I can scoot over and so I can do, there's Oliver. So this is Oliver. And as I go through this, as I say some things for Margot, Lisa, and Amanda, please feel free to, respond and just let whoever I'm reading, just let them respond once I start the reading part, so that they can just post and say, yeah, that makes sense. No, that doesn't make sense. Because again, we have a 15-second delay and I want to get a little feedback so we can have a little give and take. So Margot, you said Oliver's got some stomach issues. You said it was from a backyard breeder, but everything's good and you're close. So when I first tap into Oliver's energy, there's definitely an inquisitive nature for Oliver. He definitely is like, he's looking to you and wondering what's going on. And I keep seeing him like looking at you going, why aren't you handling this? Why aren't you taking care of this? So Margot, I wonder if there's something, and I'm going to go with something physical, especially since you're saying he's got a stomach issue. If you have a stomach issue or you've had stomach issues, let me know if that is mirroring, because I feel like he's kind of saying, why are you not taking care of this? Why are you not handling this? And it's funny because he's pretty talkative. He's saying, you're usually pretty good about this. You're usually pretty much a rock star. He's concerned you're being, I'm going to use the word, like, I don't want to say trampled on, but he's concerned that someone's walking all over you or you're not speaking up for what you know you need to speak up for. I don't feel like this is like in the house kind of, family relationship. It might feel like more like somebody outside friend or something, or even like a mechanic or somebody who's taking your money and not delivered the product. So Margaret, you're saying squee. So you do have some stomach. And you guys, this is important for me because you said I have what? Elaborate so that I can see, that I can know. Like I have stomach issues as well. That way I understand what you're relaying back to me. It just helps move it along a little quicker, especially with the delay. But, it's funny. And this is, as I read, I'm teaching you guys too. So, if you're having some stomach issues and all of a sudden Oliver's mirroring that back to you, you can say, okay, mommy's got it. You don't have to keep showing me. I'll take care of me. Thank you for showing me. I'm going to get on the ball, because these little warriors they'll play to, I don't want to say it, but they'll play to the death to get us to see something. And that's not what I'm predicting. You have a history of stomach issues. Okay. So he's he's definitely mimicking that back to you. And this is where I would say, connect with his energy and say, do you have any guidance for me, for mom, whatever you call yourself, for Miss Margot, and just see if he's got any guidance for you. But I also feel like, you know what to do, because he keeps going, why are you not taking care of this? Why are you not taking care of this? He's very smart, but he's very respectful. He would be the type that would allow you to walk off the cliff, even though he's told you twice, be careful where you're walking. He would not stop you from doing it, which makes me feel very angelic, because angels often will try to warn us, but they won't step in and take away our freedom, our will to choose. So Margot, let me know if there's anything else about him that rings true of what I said. He's chicken. So I don't know if chicken is his thing. And it's like just plain chicken. So I don't know if you feed him just plain chicken, or something, but he's big on the chicken. So, and I'm tapping into, you can see him saying that. And I usually tap into their physical body and stuff like that. Yeah. I'll be honest, I do feel like his stomach issues could literally be erased in just a breath. So for everybody, for a horse, it's a little more challenging because they're so big. But if you pinch your fingers like this and run them on either side of the spine from the base of the head down to the tail, it's like a spinal flush, and it moves energies. It's kind of like acupressure, like tapping. But also imagine like your hands have beautiful light fingers, and as you run down from head to tail, you're clearing the energy, you're moving blockages. I really feel like you could get rid of this pretty easy for him. You said he saved your broken heart. That sounds just like him. Okay, yes, he does like chicken. Good. So chicken. He's just all about chicken. And I feel like it's just like plain chicken. So I don't know if he even needs salt or anything like that. So hey, Sarah. So Margot, let me know if there's anything else before I move on. He's so polite. He's like, thank you. He's like, you can move on now. And how old did you say he was? I don't know if you said how old he was. You are welcome. And I got to be honest with you, I can't call him Ollie. You can. He's very particular about making sure, because when I looked down and I saw Ollie, I thought, nope, he won't let me do it. He's very particular about me calling him Oliver. But I think you can. I think that has to do with, it's like respectful thing. Like, I'm somebody he just met, and Oliver is what he wants to be called. Cool. Yeah, so do that. And you guys, you literally can put, you can rub your hands together, get the Reiki energy going. You can put the dominant hand, which is most everybody's right hand, on their head, and the other hand, the receptive hand, left hand, or whichever one you're dominant, on their tailbone. And just sit there and allow the energy. Just allow the energy. In other words, don't think you know what's best for your animal. Just simply say, I'm offering you high vibrational white light or green light, Raphael light of healing, and let it go. You wouldn't walk up to somebody and force food down their mouth. You would put it on the plate, set it in front of them and say, would you like? You would offer it. So offer energy the same way. Same thing as approaching someone's animal on the road. I encourage you not to reach down and touch the animal without permission from two things: from the person, the human, and from the dog. The dog may not want you touching them either. Some dogs are very particular, and you usually find out dogs are usually pretty good about just going, no, leave me alone. Cats are like, no, leave me alone. Wild animals, you know what happens there. Leave me alone. You can connect with him from a distance. So we're good. He'll be one. He's young. He's an old soul. Margot, he's definitely an old soul. If he's only 1 year old, he is definitely an old soul in a very good way. Hey, yes, Sarah, we're doing doggy readings and cats and horses. So, all right. Everybody send Margot and Oliver some beautiful, wonderful, loving light, because we're going to take Oliver off. Thank you, Oliver. And you guys, get ready. Trisha, are you still here? Trisha, are you still out there? Because I'm bringing wishes. There's wishes. So, there's a special, I can't even say a special place in my heart for horses, because there's not. I don't know. How do I say this? Horses, they don't scare me, but there's this awe and this reverence from horses. Margot, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Hang out as long as you can. But there's this awe and this reverence. Horses for me are so much earth energy. They're so regal. They're so powerful. And they're just these majestic beasts that I believe have come in to serve a very challenging purpose. Because, to have humans ride you is a challenge. They're strong, they're powerful beasts. But to have that weight on your back as you move around is a challenge. But I believe they've stepped up to that challenge. The few times I've been on the backs of horses and ridden them, it was one of those where I'm like, I honor you, I love you, please, because I don't ride horses, so I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing. But they are just, I think they have come in as these powerful warriors. And just think back to, they've been what have moved the knights and the warriors through. So, thanks, Margot. Amanda says, agree, horses are so majestic. Yeah, they very much are. So, this is for Lisa. Lisa, let me know you're still out there. Lisa, just let me know that you're still out there for wishes. As I give my voice a break. And Lisa, if for some reason you're not out there, you can watch in the replay. I just won't have any feedback from you. But Lisa Wishes is 17 years old, and you just want to know how is, and I think it's a she. I think it's a she. Yeah, it is a she. I wrote it down. So you just want to know, hey, okay, good, Lisa. So you want to know how she's doing, how she's feeling. What can you make her more comfortable? You said feet, hip, back, and stomach. So let me just tap in there. It's very interesting. I'm going to be honest and tell you what I'm hearing from Wishes. Wishes is like, I've served my purpose. So I don't know if Wishes is not doing her purpose anymore, but she's like, I served my purpose. So I would use the word like retirement. So I don't know if I don't know enough about horses to even give an idea of what she might have been doing. So let us know what she was doing, if she's now kind of retired or more just working. A lot of times I get horses as kind of like healers and things like that. With Wishes, I'm not getting that. With Wishes, wow, Lisa, Wishes is there for you. And Wishes wants to spend more time with you. So I don't know if you're not able to be there much, but she hopes that she can spend more time with you. I do feel like she's helping you physically, but I don't think she seems to be a one-person horse. So, because a lot of times horses will be there for like kids to come and visit or other people to work with them. But I feel like she's really there for you. With horses, I often scan all the people in their lives because they have a lot of people oftentimes, other people that work in the barn and stuff like that. But I feel like all her people are pretty good. And let me know if maybe she lives on your house where she's not kept by other people or handlers, because I feel like everybody around her is pretty good. Hey, Lisa. Lisa Schwartz. I'm working with Lisa Bianca now. So yeah, Lisa Bianca, definitely let me know if any of this makes any sense. When I tap into the feet, hips, back, and stomach, I feel like a lot of that was just the work, the purpose that she had. So let me know what she did in the past, if she was show horse or work horse or something. But I feel like she said, I served my purpose. It's almost like, you know how like military people often retire when they're only like 40, 45? It's like that, because she's not 65. It's not like she's old, even though she's 17. And I think that's kind of middle-aged for horses. She lives at a barn with about 20 horses and several staff. So there are a lot of people there. But I feel good about all those other people. The moment she said other horses, there's one particular horse that she really is connected to, and it feels like another horse. I'm going to say maybe like 8 years old. It feels like a male. I don't know if it almost feels like her child, but I don't think she's had kids. I almost said puppies. She is a show horse. We went to the show today, actually. Okay. It's very interesting. Very interesting. So let me know if there's like a younger horse that she's really connected to, maybe like 8-year-old male, because I feel like a big connection there. And it could just be her kind of like little mothering type kind of connection. So Lisa, tell me, you said she went to the show. do you ride her? Are you the one that shows her? I don't know the correct terminology. Because again, I keep coming back to she is really connected to you. It's funny because I won't say she's that talkative to me, but it's like all of a sudden she'll like pick her head up and she'll say something. She's letting me know she came into your life at a pretty important time, and she's telling me she's grateful that she came into your life. So I don't know if maybe she came in and she immediately cost extra money or something, or was expensive, or just had medical stuff she had to be taken care of. Okay, another horse that is young that looks like is related to her. I just feel a big connection there. So there feels like anytime they can get together, I say let it happen. I don't know if that's appropriate in a horse barn and pasture or whatever. But with regard to the back and stomach, feet and hips, I feel like a lot of this is just like, just like part for course. You said you ride her, but she also has another young lady who also rides her too. Okay. The other young lady, I think she feels good. She's like, I'd rather it be you. Oh, she's really connected to you. I just can't keep coming back to that. She keeps coming back to that for me. So yeah, Lisa, I feel like all the physical stuff that's going on with her, I'll be honest, it feels like it's par for the course. Just like, I've taught I teach step, and I've taught step for 30 years. My knees take a while to warm up in the morning. They're good, but they're knees that have stepped a lot. And it's one of those things where I'm not in pain. I can do my life and everything's good, but I can tell that my knees have been worked out. Almost just like arthritis, but not like heavy arthritis, just like the use of it. But I do feel like that. She doesn't feel like she's in pain with any of this. I would look into, and this is where you have to check. When I say things like this, I'll say you got to check with your vet and look into this. But see if you can make sure or find food options that don't have things that would be inflammatory. For us humans, dairy, corn, sugar, those are things that inflame, and our joints, can be a little more, tough to deal with. So look into things that might be inflammatory for her system and see if you can find alternatives with them, because I feel like that would make a bit of a help. But when I look at all the issues you mentioned, I don't see like a way to move away from it or shift or change. They feel like part of her physical horse body. The only thing, the stomach, I feel like we might be able to, but I feel like that might have to do with kind of the inflammatory stuff. The hips, I feel like we could do a little bit there, but like the feet and the back, I think, again, that's par for course of who she is, the work, the show that she's done, but it doesn't feel like she's in a lot of pain. And again, I go back to the inflammation stuff. So see if you can find that. So Lisa, let me know what resonates. Let me know if there's, anything that you want me to dive back into as I start to kind of move away. And everybody watching, just kind of, send Lisa and wishes just some beautiful high vibrational love and some healing. Some, offer the healing, the white light and the green energy, or Archangel Raphael. And you guys, when you watch this, whether you're live or in the archives, when we come together collectively like this, it makes a difference for you, for me, for the animals, for everybody just watching, posting, in the future and currently live. So Lisa, you are welcome. You are welcome. All right. So thank you, wishes. And now we're going to Amanda. Amanda, let me know you're still here. And we're bringing on Rosie. Yay, Rosie. So this is Rosie. Thank you, Patricia. Amanda, let me know you're here, and then I'll get started working with Rosie's energy. And Amanda did say no concerns, so she just kind of wants a general reading. So let me know you're here. I know there's a little time delay. I'm enjoying this. Hope you guys are. Okay, good. So with Rosie, you said Rosie's 9. Rosie's letting me know she's very healthy, she's very happy, and she's going to have a long life. And she's like this. She's just talk. Very, very, it's so funny. She's very curious. She always wants to know what's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if she travels with you all over the place. I wouldn't be surprised if she's always in the car doing something with you. And I feel like this is you being, good human, good caretaker for her, taking her, letting her do things. She feels like she's always ready to go on an adventure. I'm getting a lot of both our Pomeranians. They were ready to go on an adventure. They would have traveled the world with me. They would have gotten on the plane, in the suitcase, whatever, to travel the world. Our dachshund, Sheldon, even when he was a young little pup, he was like, I just want to lay here. I'm a dog. I don't want to travel the world. I don't want to walk too far. But I really feel like Rosie is on the move, ready to go. And I think this is a little reflection of you, Amanda, that you are pretty open spirit. I'm seeing 3 places. So has Rosie lived in 3 different places? And I'm actually seeing 3 different states. So I don't know if it's actually 3 complete different states or just 3 different locations. And I don't feel like it would be like, okay, a house here in Orlando and a house across town in Orlando, but I feel like 3 different places. So, let us know. Yes, she's been to more states than most Americans. She's seen 4 Civil War battlefields. I love it. But has she lived in, okay, you're telling me, yeah, she's been a lot of places, but has she lived in 3 different places? Because I feel like she's had 3 different homes. And if she was a rescue or something, you may not know. But let me know if any of that makes sense. Her food feels good. Intake feels good. Let me just tap into everything else. The only thing I may feel is a little inflammation in her back hips. And once again, look to foods that don't promote inflammation. We lived in Pennsylvania and Florida. Okay, so there's 2. Was she a rescue or did you get her from a pup? Because I feel like there's one other place she might have lived. I'm laughing because she's like, I like Florida so much better. So I don't know if you had a lot of stow. We got her when she was 3 months. Okay. So there could be one other place she's going, but she keeps saying 3 places. And I don't think that included where she was born kind of a thing, but she's happy with the Florida sunshine and the lack of snow. So I don't know if snow was an issue for her or she hated going out in the snow or the cold or whatever, but she's very happy being here. But yeah, check into food for her. I feel a little inflammation in her hips. Nothing bad. She's a rock star. She's like, ain't nothing to worry about. But she really is a little rock star. And you guys always remember, animals don't do the emotional thing like we do. If we have pain in our hips, we're going to whine, we're going to cry, we're going to think it's never going to get better. What did I do to deserve this? Why am I a victim to this pain? They're just like, oh, my hip hurts. And they just go on from it and they just live their lives. You said, yes, she's a sass monster. You took her away from your parents. We both hate the cold. I love it. Rick's dog, Dell, is amazing for that stuff. Oh, cool. Oh, Rick's Dog Deli. Is that a local place? Margot, are you in Central Florida? Let us know, because Amanda's definitely in Central Florida with me. And Margot, I don't know. Have we met? Do I know you and I'm not recognizing the little tiny picture with your glasses on? So yeah. But yeah, I feel like Rosie's good girl. I'm gonna be honest with you, I could easily see her going to 22 years old, like that. So yeah, I feel like, oh, good, Margot, you're Maitland. Have we met in person? This is when social media gets me. I'm like, do I know you in person? So yeah, I feel like Rosie's going to have a beautiful, beautiful life. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, there's the connection. Thanks, Margot. All right. So, Amanda, let me know if there's any other quick questions or any feedback before I jump on. We're going to do one more. It's 7:48. So I got about 10, 12 more minutes. So, yeah, thank you for sharing. So, everybody, let's send Amanda and Rosie some beautiful high vibration, some love, some light, some healing energy, some Raphael energy. You said, thank goodness, I want many more years. Yes, I understand. Totally understand that. So, yeah, send Amanda and Rosie some beautiful energy. We'll say goodbye. And some of you, if you don't know the animals I got, Bart was with me until I pressed play and then he left. But Bartolomeo is a big old cat. That is one of my familiars. And then Sheldon is an 18-year-old dachshund that is he's kicking, he's good. You're welcome, Amanda. He eats, he sleeps, he poops, he barely has any teeth. We try to brush those teeth, but he hates it, and his breath stinks, but he's in good shape. We give him a lot of CBD oil. And a good healthy vitamin, just a little bit of both, so not too much of those. So, all right, Margot, you're still here. So, Margot, I'm going to circle back around to you because I got time to do 4, even though I know you had 2. And this will be good because I think every animal so far has been present with us. And I wanted to save Sammy for last. So Sammy has crossed over. This is Sammy who crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. And if you're not familiar with what that is, if you're new to the animal world, the Rainbow Bridge is it's this beautiful poem, and it's this beautiful place that most animal lovers believe that our animals will be waiting for us when we cross on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge, and that's where we can connect with them. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, it's a beautiful story, which I believe is real. I'll put it that way. So I love that. But Margot, Sammy, I'm assuming was 18 years old when he passed, and you said he crossed about 1.5 years ago. So this is fun for us because we're working with someone who's crossed over, and it's fun for me because their energy is usually extremely vibrant. In the beginning, I used to not ask if the animals were alive or crossed over, and I just worked with their energy. But then I kept talking about how they are, and this and that. And finally, the person would go, "But they crossed over 1 year ago." I'm like, "I am so sorry," because their energy is so vibrant. Because when they crossed over, their energy is more vibrant and alive when they're crossed over than humans. Humans feel more vibrant and alive when they're alive. When humans cross over, it's a little more dense, kind of a connection. So with Sammy's energy, lots of love, lots of kisses. He's apologizing for drooling. So did he have some drool issues either throughout his life or towards the end? Because he's like, "I'm sorry I drooled all over you." So let me know if there was a lot of like a drool issue. He's showing me that that you cared for him in a very, very loving, protective way. I don't know if maybe sight and hearing went towards the end, but I'm feeling like you had to really be like a caretaker for him towards the end. And it was one of those things where it was really, really beautiful. He passed from a seizure, so he had a seizure and passed. But was there a drooling issue? Was there a drooling issue? Because I keep being shown that, or or was after the seizure, that was what was going on? It's so funny. He keeps talking about the drool. But yeah, and it's so funny because you said he developed a seizure disorder and I carried him everywhere. Okay, yeah, so you literally carried him everywhere. It's funny because I was going to say he was on your heart, like literally. I know he's yes, we were soaked that night. Okay, definitely. So he's like, and you're probably like, "Do it again. I'll do it again in a heartbeat to be with you." But he's like, "I'm sorry, I drooled all over you." But he literally was showing me he was on your heart. And that's metaphor, but also real. Like he literally, so I wouldn't be surprised if you like had a little papoose where you carried him right in the front, but he literally was, quote, on your heart as well, like physically and emotionally. But yeah, so much connection there. Was he only like 4 or 5 pounds? I mean, I'm looking at the picture and I'm kind of feeling like that, but I literally feel like he was tiny. And what breed is he? Poodle? Is it kind of like a poodle or a little like a long-haired Chihuahua? There's a lot of, there seems like there's a lot of mix there, like a lot of influences going through him, even if he was a purebred. So this is where sometimes our animals throw us out under the bus. So you said something earlier. Yeah, he was 5 pounds. Tiny toy poodle. I love it. So you said something earlier, and I think this is what he's referring to, because he is literally like, "I was there for you when your heart was broken." So I don't know if there was, and this, he's saying, "I'm glad they're gone." So this, I think, refers to a person in your life. So was there someone in your life that was not really good for you to be around you? Just very, very bad energy kind of person, might be, partner of some sort. But I really feel like, so was your mom like an abusive, personality type? Because I'm feeling this is someone that was like, he's more glad she's gone. Okay, and a bad breakup. Okay, so mom, so Sammy came around when around mom died, or was there when mom died, and also a bad breakup. Yeah, the bad breakup is what I was feeling, because literally he's like, I'm glad that's gone. I'm glad that's gone. Let me just tap into his energy a little bit more. he's like, I can run really fast. And I can fly if I want to. So I think that's just going to letting you know, he's free from, being kind of, having to be carried around by you. But literally he showed me he has wings, almost like a little, but it's not like a unicorn. It's more like, it's almost like, the old thing, like if pigs could fly and you have that vision of pigs with wings. It's like that. So I don't know if there's any reference to pig or something about pig, but yeah, it's like I can fly, it's like I can fly. Now he's referencing dragonflies too. So I don't know if dragonflies have come into your life, but he's shown me dragonflies. So this could be how he got me to this. So, keep an eye out for dragonflies. Let us know if dragonflies have been around for the last year and a half or more so than not, because I feel like there's a little bit of dragonfly connection here. And they're pretty powerful animals themselves, because they start off in the water, then they take flight. So they've lived in two worlds as well. So this is something I do not say to everybody, but when I feel it, I do say it. Okay, you do keep seeing them good. And I'm going to be, and I know this is something that's on a lot of people's mind and heart, especially when you have to say goodbye. Margot, I do believe that you will feel Sammy's energy again. I think it's going to be a while, maybe like another 15 to 18 years, but I do feel like you will see and feel his energy again in physical form. So I think it's one of those where you're not even going to have an idea it's his energy until he's already until that being, because it might be a cat, it might be a dog, it might be a horse, you never know what. But I think it's going to be one of those things where the being, the energy is going to be part of your life, part in your house and home. And then one day soon, you're going to go, oh my gosh, this is Sammy's energy come back. So I do feel like you'll feel that energy. Like I said, I feel like it's a ways away though. Cause I feel like he's telling me, he's like, I got to adventure. I got to have fun. But I think it also has to do with who you are, where you'll be at that time. And he'll come back as another, little warrior to help you, to guide you, to kind of connect with you. So Margot, let me know if there's anything else that made some sense, or you want to connect as we're kind of signing off with Sammy's energy. So everybody here, send Sammy and Margot some beautiful high vibrational energy. Let's send Margot the knowing that when Sammy's energy is around with the dragonflies, or in years to come, whenever that may be, as a new being, new creature in her life, that she'll know and she'll be able to connect. Margot, you are welcome. Yeah, it is difficult. Fabian and I have been together almost 13 years, and we've said goodbye to 3 animals together. Fabian had Lovita, which was a Pomeranian from 6 weeks old. And she lived to 13, and she said goodbye on Memorial Day. Late at night, rainy night, we had to go to the after hours care, and it was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I always tell people I'd do it again tomorrow if I had to be able to experience the time I had with them. Remember, when you have to say goodbye, as deep as that pain is, that's because of how wide the love was. So it's hard to not have that pain of saying goodbye to them because the love was so wide. And when you're feeling their lives coming to an end, really connect to them so that you know how to recognize their energy once they cross over. Connect with them in dream time. You can, as you lay your head down, say, come to me in dream time, or the moment you think of them, their energy is near, whether you thought of them first or they came to you and made you think of them. Either way, you're there. And then Toby, a couple years, about 4 or 5 years ago, moved to a new house. Animals often come into our lives when we move, right before we move, right after we move. When trauma, tragedy, all this stuff comes into our life, they usually come around. So everybody listening to this, let me know if right before you physically moved your house, an animal came into your life or passed away, or right after you moved your house, an animal came into your life or passed away. They do it. They do. Yeah, Natasha said it's one of the hardest things when you have to let them go. You got a cat named Cece or Sissy and had her for 19 years. Wow. Wow. So, Natasha, sending you some beautiful high vibrations. I know that feeling. Toby was a very particular cat. And, each of the 3 animals we were with, we were in the room. A lot of people, they can't do it because it's pretty challenging for them. And if you've never had to go through that, here's something you want to remember. If you're going to be in the room with them, make sure that you let the vet know you want to sedate them before you give them the final euthanasia shot, because sometimes the shot that they give them can make their body convulse, and you don't want to have that image in your mind. But by sedating them, it's a much more peaceful goodbye for you. For the animals, most of the time in the work that I do, most of the time they've checked out of their body before that has happened because they know when the time is coming. Especially with accidents and things like that. A lot of times they've left their body before they've even been hit, hurt, or whatever, because they're connected. They know what's going on. They get it. So Lovita was on Memorial Day. Toby was on Groundhog's Day, and this is another thing. We know humans often leave at holiday times. Animals for us have been. And then Tiffany, our Pomeranian that we got at 9 years old, she lived to 14. Tuesday night before Thanksgiving, we said goodbye to her. So always around the holidays. It's often pretty intense moment. And we bring them home. We have our own personal burial time with them, and we celebrate their life, and we cry our eyes out, and a day or two later, I'll just spontaneously cry, and a couple of days later, I'll just cry again, and I just remember how much I love them, and then I try to connect to them as much as I can. So thank you for coming tonight. Margot, Lisa, Amanda, thanks for sharing your babies. And we've sent Sammy and Margot some beautiful love. I'm going to take Sammy off. But thank you, everybody, for showing up. Please feel free to share this video on Facebook. It will be archived and saved on my YouTube channel because I download it to that. And I will probably do this again next Sunday night. Look for an evite or an event that will go out. And if you want to get a reading, make sure you post in the event. You can't post it anywhere else because I got to have it contained so I can copy, paste, put here, and bring out. So yay, thank you. So yes, both, when you moved out of your house, we moved to another one. Within 10 days, you lost our cat. And within a few months, Kitten followed your son home. Oh, yay, that's wonderful, Lisa and Lisa. So, and also, I get a lot, if an animal goes missing, I tell people, send me a picture. I'll tap in real quick and see what I can get. A lot of times, for missing animals, I just tap in, give some guidance, send some of my videos on my website. If you go to my website and go to the animal communication part, I have some free videos about how to do your own communication. There's some daily posts that you can watch. Just watch like the first 3 minutes of each of them. But, so many animals have come home. And a lot of times just reaching out to someone like me puts that signal out there that you're ready. But remember, a lot of times they leave your house, they exit the building because of what's going on inside the house, the energy, the stuff, the people, the humans. So a lot of times when you fix what's going on in the house, what's going on within you, they come walking back up. And trust me, I've seen it time and time again. But yeah, so, all right, everybody, namaste. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time, I will see you. And if you want to get a personalized reading, go to my website, book one. I do it with a picture. We do it phone, FaceTime, or Skype, and it's a 30-minute session, very similar to what we did, but just a lot more detailed. I tap into, and I have a whole page of stuff written down before I even connect with you. All right. Have a great night. Until next time. Bye-bye.